Next, double stub matching. To overcome the drawbacks of the single stub matching, two stubs are used at different locations. This is called double stub matching. So to overcome single stub matching, we are using two stubs which are connected at different locations to match the load to the line. This technique is called double stub matching. Consider a double stub matching system consisting of two short circuited stubs connected in parallel to the main line near the load as shown in figure. This is the double stub matching. This is the load impedance, load admittance YR, which is not equal to characteristic admittance, hence line is mismatched. Now we are connecting two stubs. This is stub 1, this is stub 2. These two are connected in parallel at points 1 and 2 with the main transmission line. Location of first stub LS1, location of second stub LS2. This is double stub matching. The input admittance at the location of first stub. Before connecting to this first stub, the input admittance at point 1, which is YA, is equal to this is some small GA plus J BA. Now a short circuit stub of length LT1 is added in parallel to main transmission line at point 1. The susceptance of this stub 1 is minus R plus JBN. So after connecting first stub, the total input admittance at point 1 YA is equal to GA plus JBA minus R plus JB1. Now the separation between these two stubs is selected such that the input admittance YB at point P is such that its real part of input admittance must be equal to Y0, remaining plus or minus JB. Now this LS2 is selected in such a way that the real part of input admittance at point 2 is equal to Y0. This is the susceptance of the main transmission line at point 2 before connecting the stub 2. Now if stub 2 is connected, then its susceptance is minus R plus JB, and these susceptances are cancelled after connecting second stub. Then input admittance at point 2 is adding that to, finally we are getting Yn is equal to Y0. If we take reciprocal, then Zn is equal to Z0. Hence at point 2 the line is terminated with Z0. Hence when you are looking from this side, the line is said to be matched. So in double stub matching, this spacing determines this one. The length of the second stub is minus R plus JB. Total this is cancelled to each other. Then input admittance at this point is equal to y naught and take reciprocal Zn is equal to Z naught. Hence line is terminated with Z naught at this point. Hence line is matched. This is double stub matching. So in double stub matching, locations of stubs are arbitrary. You may connect the stubs anywhere, but the spacing between two stubs must be equal to lambda by 8 or lambda by 4 or 3 lambda by 8. You may connect this 1 and 2 anywhere, but the spacing between these two stubs must be equal to lambda by 8 or lambda by 4 or 3 lambda by 8. Therefore, in the design of double stub matching, it is better to keep the locations of stubs fixed. Impedance matching is done by finding the lengths of the stubs LT1 and LT2. Whenever the frequency changes, stub lengths can be adjusted to achieve impedance matching. Simply by changing this LT1 and LT2, we can achieve impedance matching. That is the advantage of double stub matching. Design of double stub matching. The normalized input admittance at the location of stub 1 from the load, YA is equal to GA plus JBA. This YA means at this point, this is YA, which is equal to this one before connecting the stub 1. Connect a short circuited stub 1 having susceptance plus or minus JB1 to the line at point 1. Now the normalized input admittance normalized admittance at point 1 after stub is connected, normalized admittance YA is equal to GA plus JBA plus or minus B1. So stub 1 susceptance is added. For the impedance matching, the normalized admittance at the location of second stub is, for proper impedance matching, YB is equal to, this is normalized, 1 plus or minus this total 1 is denoted by B suffix B. So the spacing between the two stubs is selected such that the real part of normalized admittance at the location of stub 2 is unity. This is unity. So that is the first condition. The spacing between the two stubs is selected such that the real part of this normalized admittance is unity. Here no need to take input, here also no, just take it as admittance. So at point 2, the normalized admittance YB is equal to 1 plus or minus JB. Now we have to add the second stub whose susceptance is negative of this, and the two are added, cancel, finally we are getting YB is equal to 1. Connect second short circuited stub having susceptance of minus or plus J B suffix B to the line at point 2. At point 2. Point 2. Now the normalized input admittance at point 2 after stub 2 connection is given by, and now stub 2 is connected. Stub 2 susceptance is also added and these two are cancelled, we are getting 1. So now Yn is equal to, this is YB plus susceptance of the second stub. Now these two are cancelled, we are getting Yn 1. So now Yn is equal to 1. Now if we take this is normalized, this is equal to capital Y in input admittance is equal to characteristic admittance. If we take reciprocal of these two, then we are getting Zn is equal to Z0. Therefore, line is terminated with Z0 at point 2. Hence, the line is said to be matched.